Hello, my wonderful people. Una sabi this our two Nigerians. One na RIP, while the other one get RIP now. This story where it happened for inside last year. Maybe this one in the urban blessing where go seek for job, and this our Nigeria, Syria, by person in Frank Akpen Udo. So in the person where he give this our Nigeria sister RIP, where he go send, where he go seek for job. So today will be 4th of August. They don't finally judge his case and they don't give him your sentence. They say your sentence now RIP, that's the sentence and to RIP for court for Akwa Igbo State for today. Okay, my people, now they familiar with this story. Don't tell where this story they for grant now. And about the job hawker, the girl will go look for job, but unfortunate she not come back home. So now this Akpen where he dey either 21 be 22 years come expire. Okay, now court don't already sentence and say make dem hang am, make him for see taste for the soup where him cook, whether salt catch am or maggi too much. Okay, my people, so now this Akpen come be this after many trials where him take talk say him do, but unfortunately he come still talk say he not do again, say not be him talk all those matter there. So now the lawyer where he judge the case be this one. That is the judge where he judge the case be this one, where they take sentence am to RIP today, 4th of October. Sorry, 4th of August 2022. So Akpen is to be by hanging. Okay, so now the sentence where they give him be this one, because the sentence where if they come and they say is they give one life imprisonment and is going to still be sentenced to RIP. So a lot of people come the verse, say waiting they break that one. So before we come here for the lawyer man, say see waiting they happen. Say Akpen not be only sentenced to RIP, not be say it's a life imprisonment alone, but now sentenced to RIP. Now they give one. Okay, my people. So this other girl will be RIP for there. Now it be the girl way in by that time. So now not be only this our sister blessing in Yembo. I be the first person where don't buy. A lot of things they happen for inside that their compound, that Ipapa building, completed building. So now all the books, all the shoes, all the work, anything where person carry go there where the person don't even know say the guy now serious by person, you understand? So now all the things where they collect, they collect from their hand. Then be this their items. So now the house where if they do the carry out the job, now be this one. So the house now happens to be in your father house. But the papa say he don't know one, he don't know two, he don't know anything about this thing. But the uncompleted building now in oh okay, now waiting we don't hear so far. Now it be this my wonderful people. So this one a textbook of some students where he don't also give an RIP for many for many times. So we not nobody can know the whereabouts of all these people, because shallow grave come full everywhere for the papa compound. But he will go right for internet say in get job. So in case people where they seek for job, they will just say they define job. Before you will know what they happen, they don't already the boy don't already buy them. So now this a shallow grave where even they put them. Now be this one. So now this kind of shallow grave now they for still rescue in the urban blessing where he don't already turn RIP. But so lucky before in the urban turn RIP, she confided in a friend. Now he make can say to they hide something for some kind friends. It not to a bam at all. It's good to less people know what they go on. You understand? And here now where they for do her final burial. Now be this one. So may the soul of Inieb rest in perfect peace. Now where her spirit don't already find judgment. Say her killer don't already the taste for the soup where in cook, whether it's sweet or not. So now her spirit will come rest in peace. And we will come to the way for Osifo. Una know Osifo super TV program. So we'll come the way for that one judgment as well. So me just say quick, fast, except say the government no get hand for that shitty man. We can be Miss Prison lady, okay? The most beautiful prison lady, okay? So now that one we come dey wait for, and the second result we come dey wait for be that one. So now here Papa for talk and when they ask if Papa say wetin he go talk about if pikin. Papa say if him pikin dey guilty, make dem kpai am. Na the only way be that one. Imagine wetin Papa dey tell government be that one because of say if pikin deviate away from the way wey Papa take train am. That man wey he talk like that, not be in clear eye him take talk am. Okay, me will read the headline of today. He say breaking news: Uduak, the first accuser in the murder of Akwa Ibom job seeker in Ebon, Umuha, has been sentenced to life imprisonment and kpai. So wetin she come write for here, where they have people come write say all I want was a job. Now my family is mourning. You understand? Now wetin she go do be that one. Say she want make she still dey use money till they count money. Okay, my people, make she still dey. Don't be say she come from a poor family or she don't reach to even start to the work, but she just needs something to keep body and soul together. I know say woman go buy gum, go buy sanitary pad and everything, but unfortunate she's not buying no more. But we thank God that say justice don't prevail. Okay, my God, just people, make I leave and make una watch the full video for inside here. I will see you now for another video. May God not allow the enemy may he cut the life of una pikin short like this, or just the way Akpen take cut the life of Blessing short. Okay, my people, see you guys in my next video. I remain your humble sister, Pigeon Aprocogist TV. Love you all. Bye for now.
Well, you will pay this side. Now you don't come on.
Why is he angry?
See what I'm saying? You don't see me.
So we did a court for Uyo, the state judiciary court, where the matter between Uduak Frank Achibong and led Miss Inubo Moren, which happened last year. Finally, the judgment has been given. They don't save the judgment, as you don't see. The judge don't sentence the accused person, Uduak Achibong, Uduak Frank Akpen, to death by hanging. So now the motorway, the suspect they be this. And the motorway, the suspect they be this. You don't see how the security situation gave for the courts. See the number of people who don't come out to the court. So the court don't finally settle the matter. They don't accuse him. Say that him be actually kill let newborn Umoren. And so that's the case we get here for court right now. Now the security operative with this, as you don't see, the court is beefed up. Security there everywhere. And we dey wait for when they will finally carry am comot.
I went to go and see the parents who would be how his dad do. His mother was
So now the correctional officers, please see the scene for the court where people don't feel. So we can go listen to the lawyers who will address people.
I'm going to spend it more. I didn't bring any other image. Morning, sir. No, hold on now. Hold on, please. Yeah. Please. Are you ready? Sir, the accused, the first accused person, Uduak from Akpen, today has been sentenced. This has led to rest. 7 months of litigation. The reaction of the Honorable Attorney General, the #1 law officer of the state. Go ahead.
Well, I'd like to thank the learned judge for the way and managing this trial has been conducted over a period of 9 months. And it was a very complicated trial, but the judge was able to take time out, try the case on a day-to-day basis, and at the end of the day, we have a judgment that shows that the justice system works, and we are very happy at the outcome of the case.
So what is the next step now?
Well, for the first defendant, as you can see, it's led into custody. The second and third defendants have been discharged and acquitted. And we intend, on behalf of the state, to analyze that aspect of the judgment and take a decision on the next step in that regard.
Any ground for appeal?
Well, we can't say that now, but like I say, we would go and analyze the judgment and see if there's any grounds. We thank the judge for the industry and diligence he has shown, and he did a great job. And but all the same, we'll analyze that aspect of it and take a decision.
The court is just attempted to escape from the courtroom.
Well, I don't think it's something to be surprised about. This young man committed some very grievous offenses and very gruesome offenses. And if you follow the facts of the case, you would not put it past him to do something drastic and do something as bad as he attempted to do here. And I think the security officials were very, very attentive, and that's why they were able to overcome him and put him up. But let me not stop without commending the Nigerian police force and the officers of the DSS for the very diligent prosecution investigation that they carried out in this case. They did such great jobs. And so many times we have these gentlemen vilified, sometimes by members of the public, particularly in the social media. You hear all kinds of stories about complicities among the investigators. But if you listen to that judgment, you would know that without the diligence of the police and the officers of the DSS, the evidence that we had on behalf of the state to prosecute and bring about the conviction would not have been possible. I'd also like to thank the very diligent staff of the Ministry of Justice the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Solicitor General. They did a fantastic job. And you would not realize this. But for those of us who are involved, we know what those gentlemen and ladies put up. So I'd like to commend them.
And what of the court? This matter can only 8 months in court against the backdrop of so many
Well,
cases.
you see, the administration of criminal justice these days is run in a manner that not only at the end of the day do we see that justice is done, we also will see that it's done in a timely fashion, because it is said that justice delayed is justice denied. And so his lordship really worked tirelessly over the period. It doesn't happen that often, and we are hoping that this is a move towards having this as a template for criminal prosecution. The trial started on the 4th of November and ended on the 4th of, judgment came on the 4th of August. It's simply brilliant, and we thank the court for that.
So, no form of modern cannot be brought back to life. No form of modern cannot be brought back to life. But what is the message from the Attorney General to the family of the deceased?
Well, you see, normally when you get a judgment and you get a conviction, you always say, oh, justice has been done. But that is not really true. Because like you have pointed out, Inubong has not been brought back to life. All Inubong wanted was a job. And she ended losing her life because of the criminals that parade this country. It is so sad. And I'd like to actually extend my thanks to the family of Inubong, particularly her sister, who was one of the witnesses here. It was because of her bravery and tenacity that she was able to get the police to help the police in tracking a lot of the moves that the accused person or the convicted person made. It's so sad, but I just hope that this conviction will bring a measure of closure to the family, and that the life of Inubong will be a blessing to all of us.
So most times we have the state governors in Nigeria not signing death warrants. So in this case, what would be advice as the chief officer will say?
Well, it's a complicated situation. Now, I think one of the things that we might need to canvass is an amendment to the law to change the mode of convictions. In Nigerian law, the only way a convicted murderer can be executed is by hanging. If you listen to the judge, when he pronounced the sentence, he said that you'll be taken away and hung by the neck until you die. So that's the only way that Inubong can be executed. Unfortunately, there are not many hangmen in Nigeria anymore. And I think if we change the law to have other modes of execution, in the United States, you can be executed by hanging, you can be executed by lethal injection, you can be executed on the electric chair. So that in those cases, you are able to apply modes of execution where you don't have hangmen. Now we have on death row quite a few convicted murderers awaiting the hangman, but so far, I think we need to review the law and see how we can create other modes of execution.
So finally, violent crime is so rampant in our society today. Uduak Akpen is 21 years old. What could be responsible for the rate of violent crime among young people in Nigeria?
I think it boils down to the state of morality of our young people, and we must start from the parents. I don't think we should start from these young people. We start from the parents. You find out today that the parents don't bring up the kids the way it was done in my time, for instance. To have a child like Inubong in the house without knowing what he's capable of doing, I think it's an indictment on the parents. And if we need a new Uduak, we need to have the parents to be more attentive in the upbringing of the children and create moral boundaries that you make sure your children don't go beyond. See how unrepentant this convict has been all through the trial. All the evidence is analyzed to his hearing and everything. And the moment he was convicted, he was asked to say something. He says, I'm not guilty. Then he says, oh, the country is full of kidnappers, they are not arrested. So it's like he has set a moral standard for himself which supports the kind of activities that he is involved in. Unfortunately, Uduak is not the only one. Uduak is like a metaphor within the youth of this country, at the universities, and all the cult groups. These are the things that bring society down to this level. And it's my prayer that somehow we can find.
All right, so and the matter be that we still there, the state judiciary high court here for you, where the matter between Uduak Abasi and of course let Miss Newborn we been don't die has been settled by the judge finally today. But we have the elder brother of let Newborn we been die last year. Sabeg, introduce yourself, give us Sabeg.
I be Okemo More, the elder brother to Uduak More. He been killed last year.
Okay, so today many people say justice has been served. Waiting you get to talk about this matter now where finally Uduak Frank Akpen has been sentenced to death by hanging. How this judgment make you feel today?
Wetin I see be say I be not to believe say we still have justice for common people wey be like us. Thank God say we are happy today. All our hope been lost. Say they go just do mako for this thing. After you don't kill my sister finish, they don't see right and left. You don't get anybody. As he come up and down, he come court today. But that has been settled today. Say make him die on anger. All of us we dey happy because you know if you kill my sister like that, they go there like that and you go cover them. Thank God say justice don't happen today and everybody don't see people as they happy. Say they don't kill her. And my sister comes, as in they don't bear and finish now. Him go find, him don't see justice. And we I said, you could relax, say, my sister don't find justice, pata at the end of the day.
Okay, so now where this matter don't set now, waiting be the next step because I know say you, your sister, if you and the other people been really the fight, say make justice take place. Now where justice don't take place, waiting be the next step. What would be your advice or anything where you get to talk about this matter?
Well, if you be like say where we come from, you know, say God is everything. People when don't get fear of God, and they do that kind of thing when they do. As that my sister go find job, go die. They come bury am. Now even if you are attending Wakana, because I don't want this kind of thing make it happen again for us or for anybody. I don't even wish anybody for this country make him pass through what we will pass through. If at least if government please say okay, as it don't happen now, they don't give their family justice. Pata. Make them find the sister where they for that family when no get job find they give them job. At least it's possible. Our government will be there so if he give us job, if he give that my sister if your job. Like that man where my sister die, he complete and go give work like I'm here. They work now. We wait this so now. The government come visit us, come give us work. Make it have some people engage us. Our family people where they don't finish school. And because of say we don't get people who get help us for right time, they make us, I make our sister come and say, make him go find that work before you go AYSC and he come die. I pray say make government come look, see if I make them find us work job.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Now, the elder brother to late Miss Newborn Morin be that Ukeme. We don't talk in mind today. He say justice as they don't save him today for court. It's sweet and well. It's also sweet members of the family.
Like the governor of Bible said, he don't try. He don't stand by us. He gave us in word that time where my sister died. Said he's going to stand by us and take the matter to the end. He don't stand with us. Finally, we don't need justice. We're happy. We say, may God bless you, Emmanuel. May God bless the sister. Where we say, come carry project come from Bible. Say, na fair. Say, to fight against rape and murder. And true, he don't fight them. I say, may God bless Her Excellency, the wife of the governor. May God bless him. Bless your husband. Bless the government of our Bible State for making this thing happen. And we come there happy. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So now the matter be that the lawyers we been handle this matter don't talk to us, and of course now the judge who don't give the final judgment for this case. He say make the accused will be Uduak Frank Akpen make the hang am for neck, so they don't sentence am to death as we speak. But for the father and the sister, the court don't discharge them. The father of the accused and the sister of the accused, the court don't discharge them, don't acquit them. So the prison officers don't carry them come out. As you see now, plenty family members still there here. Plenty friends from University of Uyo. No forget say Uduak or mean in newborn Umoren, now graduate of philosophy for University of Uyo, who been the wait for NYSC call up, and then at the same time go look for a job, but as she go find a work, unfortunately she no come back again. So she come here say she buy, and that matter done there since last year till now, about 15 months since Miss Newborn die, and of course I don't take up to 462 days from the day where she died on the 29th of April 2021 to today, way before of August, where the judgment don't finally come, and the judgment from the presiding judge, Justice Basin Kanal, na say make the prison officers carry Uduak Frank Achibong go hang by neck. So now the matter be that right here, and of course BBC Pidgin Live, the BBC Pidgin News Day live right here at the State Judiciary Headquarters, Uyo in Akwa Ibom State, to witness this matter and bring you the updates where you did wherever you did join us from. Say that matter where happened last year, April 29th, where Miss Newborn been by sake of say she go find work. Now that matter justice don't come, and the justice be say the person will be the prime suspect, Uduak Frank Akpen, court don say may they go kill him by hanging. And a few moments ago, you hear the elder brother of the deceased Ukeme, we been they talk to us. He say now the family don't they happy because finally justice they save, and so they will go back house now. They relax because their sister they don't find peace after this very matter where don't happen. So I go just carry Namuna see the courts and the things where they happen around the courts, the family and the friends where they the courts at the moment.
ABN, bring them here. Said that we are interested in justice, and we followed up the judgment. You will know that the court have done justice. Justice in the sense that those that are supposed to be convicted, or the person that is supposed to be convicted was convicted, and the other two defendants that were not supposed to be convicted were discharged and acquitted accordingly. So that is the justice of the case.
Your client was tagged a cold, remorseless young man. What is your reaction to that? And how do you think the people will feel that you were defending a cold, remorseless young man?
Well, the work of a defense counsel is not to defend at all costs. I've said it times without number that because of the nature of the offense for which the defendant was being charged, that it must be represented by counsel. And the work of the defense counsel is not to defend at all costs, it's to ensure that all the rules of procedures are followed. That we've done. That is what culminated to the 3 trials within trial, because they say he never made those statements, and we ensure that those rules were followed. And at the end of the day, the court have also taken a decision in respect of that.
Are you going to appeal the judgment?
It is not within my place to appeal. It's left for him whether he wants to appeal or not. My work was to defend him at the High Court.
So your client acted the drama a few minutes ago by attempting to escape from the court. Are you not worried?
Well, I'm not. You know, the way I was seated in court, I only heard the sound. But what actually transpired was behind me, so I cannot comment on that.
What's your name again, sir?
My name is Barrister Abdullah. But one thing very important that I want all of you to take home today, as I said in the court, that this case is a case that speaks volume. Over and above the justice of the case today, it speaks volume about the state of our youth in this country. The disease in this case is a 24-year-old graduate, a 2-1 graduate of the University of Uyo. They are the first defendant. It's a 20-year undergraduate. When you review the whole case, it goes to show the extent of unemployment in our society. Today we've gotten justice for the disease. Are we concerned about those that are still alive? Are we concerned about the 1,001 youths out there that are looking for jobs, including some of the family members of the disease? So take this message home. Let them hear that there is need for all those that are concerned, not just government alone, to ensure that our youths are properly and effectively engaged in order to forestall this kind of situation.
Okay, your name, sir. Your name.
My name is Abdullah Samson. I'm the State Coordinator of Legal Aid Council.
All right, thank you.
So now the matter with that, we see the
Where the defender.
Who were counsel to the second or third and you are satisfied?
What a question. That question is already answered. Who wouldn't be satisfied that after 10 months of the industry, the point you've always tried to make before the court is held as being valid? See, truthfully, if you heard the judgment, and if you had followed this trial, you would agree by law that indeed second and third, that's a father and daughter, have no complicity in this matter. Away from the media trial that had preceded the time. See, law is not in social media, law is in the court. The facts always portrayed on social media really means perhaps less than 1% of the truth of that matter, most times. And I'll be encouraging us after now to always seek to know the facts of cases before we portray them. I did this case on the invitation of the legal aid council, who felt that it was better for someone who could be dispassionately to come proceed after my lameness friend disengaged from this matter. All of those days I spent money to come here has now paid off. I am happy, even without being paid. And justice has been done.
There are some cases in court that been for up to 2-3 years. But this one's up to like 8 months. And you see the celebrated wedding on this.
Why are you asking? People have been coming here now. You come here often to cover proceedings. Well, the truth is, everyone wanted this case. Everyone. Journalists, lawyers, the court, parties. It's a pathetic case, actually. A very pathetic case. So the attention and media interest is not profound. The girl was an innocent job seeker on her way to building a proper means of livelihood. She lost her life. Which graduate want to work as a secretary, but for the very deplorable condition we have now found ourselves, including you folks. That's the truth. So it's a case that needed this one. And I want to believe if the dead can hear us, she's happy. But much more so is that after now, we should try to avert the reoccurrence of events like this. I have heard many counsel for the first advance now convict states that some members of that family are jobless. I think the justice of this case will want to have every member of our family in court. And also, they've convicted what Uduak what next. The family of those victims should, as a matter of priority by all parties concerned, especially government, should be taken into consideration. To me, that's the justice.
all right. So we see the case State High Court in Uyo, where Inubo Morin justice they don't save him finally, and the suspect, the prime suspect, Uduak Frank Akpen, has been sentenced to death by hanging. This now this na BBC Pidgin News Live. We've been there right here at the court premises, bringing you this very report.